Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Spiral Knights. Now, when we last left off, we had just been fighting the Lycans, so I believe that we're on to the next mission now. Okay, so I'm just going to go to Haven real quick, because I like it there. It's sunny and nice. Alright, so let's see. We still got our Super Slime Stasher, our Frost Gun, and I believe that it was in this episode that I was going to craft our recipes down here. Yes, we have Ember Break armor, which is much better than this that we have here. So I'm going to go over to a crafting station and do that right now. Immediately. Alright. Alchemy machine. Here we go. So, just gotta learn these puppies. Wow, I wish it was that easy to learn in real life. Just click something. Alright, so I need beast scales. I need 3 of those in order to craft the full set. And I don't really want to grind those out, so I'm just going to buy them off the auction house, because that's simple and easy. It's not how you spell beast. There we go. Alright, so buy price. Oh, okay, that's 4 of them. Okay, sure, why not? Boop, pop, bink. Alright, so now we can craft that armor set. So if we head back over to the alchemy machine, we can doop. We got an Ender Break helm, and boop. Get ourselves some Ender Break armor. And now I'm going to go ahead and just equip those. Yes, I want it to bind. Yes, I want it to bind. Okay, there. Wonderful. But now we look like a girl. So we're going to... And this is something... Oh, wait a minute. Spiral Skill Helm. I didn't even know I had that. I don't know where I got that from, but it's cool. Alright, cool. So... one of the other things you can do is you can wear things as a costume, so it looks cool, but you're not actually equipping it. So I can equip my Cyclops cap as a excuse me, as a helmet costume. So you can see this is my costume, this is what I look like, but then over here in my equipment is what I'm actually wearing. So that way you can have a really hideous loadout, but then have a really cool costume. Alright, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and run Toy Soldiers. And this is all about destroying the Mecha Knights production center. So, for that, we're probably going to want to go ahead and be using a Robo... Actually, I was going to say Robo Wrecker, but I'm actually going to go with the Hot Edge because it has a construct bonus high, which means it'll do way, way better. And I'm also... well, let's see. I'm going to run with Zapper, because I just prefer Shock as a status effect to freeze. Personal opinion, I guess. Alright, so... I don't really know what my whole goals for this playthrough is. As you've noticed, I'm now using a face cam. I'm sorry. Why? So, in regards to that, I think my goals for the series are probably, like I said before, to get 1,000,000 crowns, to get all the way leveled up. And I think eventually this will turn into a thing that, like, once I get to the end game, I still love to play this game, and I'll probably switch over to my main account for the most part, and transfer all my stuff from here onto there. And then, if I ever get into streaming, that is not a promise, but if I ever get into streaming, this will probably be a game that I do a lot of that on, because it's so easy to just meet up with people and play with them. Alright, I don't know why I went over there. Let's go beat up some Mecha Knights. That is a lot of traps. So in order to keep the beasts at bay, I will run away, and they will charge after me. Wonderful. Wow, I keep forgetting how well this weapon works. I'm not used to using anything like, honestly, below 5-star. And this is 1-star, and I'm surprised at how well it works. Even though, like, it makes perfect sense that it would work really well in Tier 1, which is exactly where it's meant to be used. And that's one of the other really nice things about this game, is that content scales accordingly. So, like, here I'm wearing 1-star gear, and I'm fine. And I can kill stuff pretty quickly. But if I was in 5-star gear, I wouldn't be able to just one-shot everything. I mean, maybe if you have, like, the perfect weapon configuration, but you wouldn't be able to just one-shot everything instantly and never take damage. You would be harder to kill, and you'd be better at the game by that point, and your gear would be better, but it's mostly from the bonuses, like how quickly you can attack and the damage bonuses you get with it, rather than the just immediately killing everything. You actually rather than immediately killing everything, you actually get the chance to play through it again and not one-shot everything because it all scales, which is nice. And I just walked past rewards down there. Oops. I should probably use Marlin a little bit more. I know that I have a bad habit of just not using my pet, and a lot of the time that, like, really doesn't serve me well, and I'm not sure why I do that. I think it's because I mean, there's not really any excuse for it at this point, but I think it originated because I would always, before there were pets, I guess I just wasn't used to them. So when they actually came out, I was like, oh wow, this is really cool, and I used it for, like, I don't know, while I was leveling my pet up, and then I just kind of fell back to my old habit of just relying on pure sword play, gunplay, bomb play, whatever. Oh, and that's one of the other things that I might do, is make very specific loadouts for this guy once we get to the end game, like building a bomber set, building a gunner set, building... got me cornered! Building a sortie set, maybe just a normal damage set, or I might just switch it over to my main character and show you guys what I've built already on him. Why are these guys taking so little damage? Hang on a second. Is this... Oh, I see. This does elemental damage. Okay. So, gremlins are very resistant to elemental damage, but they're weak to shadow. I should be killing the Mender. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm stupid. Which means that this hot edge I'm using, which uses elemental damage, or the green damage, won't be very effective against them. But normal damage... I mean, normal damage just kind of sucks against everybody, but, I mean, at the same time, it's not as bad as if they were super resistant to that damage. So generally, when you make a loadout, you want to have at least 2 different elements for whatever kinds of monsters that you come across, so that you're prepared for anything. Yeah, and I didn't know that this hot edge actually did elemental damage. That makes a lot of sense why it's just destroying these constructs, because they are weak to elemental damage, but very resistant to piercing damage. Which makes sense, I think, because, I mean, robots, needles, metal, sharp, pokey things, that's kind of what armor was designed to do. I almost killed myself. That was a dumb. Don't do a dumb. Don't be like me. Okay, fantastical. We made it to the next level, and I believe this is 4 levels? Okay, sweet. So we leveled those up. Oh, and that's right. What am I doing? I forgot to feed Marlin. I'm such a terrible pet owner. Alrighty, so as soon as we get into this next area, I'm going to go ahead and feed Marlin, shove some food into his face, and then go ahead and level my gear up. Hey Marlin, are you hungry? I know you are. Okay, what do I have a lot of that I don't? Spark plugs. Screw spark plugs. Nobody likes spark plugs. Eat them up. Eat them up, beat them up, beat them up, beat them up. Okay, nom nom nom. And now... Actually, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, forging this stuff does not matter. Because I will get new gear before, like, that becomes relevant. So I'm just going to skip that. And dodge this gun puppy. Okay, there's a Mecha Knight here. And I hate my life. Because I hate anything that involves Mecha Knights. And right now my life involves Mecha Knights. Therefore I hate it. See, look at that. Like, his charge... You could barely interrupt their attacks. Because they're so fast. And once you get into the deeper levels, they just... Like, you literally can't stop them. You can't interrupt their attacks. It's kind of garbo. Wow, that worked better than I expected. This is not where I would like to be right now. This isn't where I want to be in life. I wanted to be further up the corporate chain. My humor is broke, I know. I'm trying. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it right here. And if I die, so be it. The last stand. Oh boy. Got him! Okay. That was scary. I honestly didn't think I was going to survive that, but then I was also playing really stupidly, so I probably shouldn't have in the first place. But that's okay. No one needs to know. No one needs to know. That's why I'm posting it on the internet and telling everybody. Okay, I'm going to ignore these guys for never mind. The gate's open. Okay. Thought I had to go get another key. Ooh, 2 for 1. There we go. Well, not 1, but 3. Yeah. 1 and 3 are close. They're basically the same number if you... Yeah, I'm not going to keep going with that. Oh my goodness. You gosh darn Mecha Wraith. Mecha Wraith? Mecha Wraith? That would be terrifying. You are a Mecha Knight. Oh, I got him. Yes. Alright. Good to go. We are good to go. So good to go. And enemies just coming up all over the place. So on this sword, on a hot edge, the archetype that it is with the 3 sword swings, just like that, like G deep beep, that is, it's pretty good. And here's why. Now, if you just want consistent damage, you should do something called shield canceling. And what shield canceling is when you cancel, and here I'll show you. So regular animation takes that long to finish, right? You see, he kind of, once you swing, he like draws the sword back. But if you shield cancel, you can cancel that animation as soon as the actual effect is done, and you're not vulnerable. And that means you can do it a lot faster, like versus. And you also have your defense up 100% of the time. Another great thing about shield canceling, and this has beautiful synergy with, I mistimed that, is, crap. Shield bumping. And to be honest, I don't think that this proto shield can shield bump. And what shield bumping is where you go up next to an enemy and you put your shield up and it pushes them away. But the proto shield can't do that. And I'm not sure why. But that's okay. It's an advanced technique that you'll find naturally if you literally just play the game. It's designed to get enemies like away from you if you're in a corner, but it's very I don't really want to say abuse, because it's an intended mechanic. It's just I don't think it was used in the way that Three Rings had intended when they made the game. Alrighty then. That's gonna be a boss bet. I don't want to fight it, but I'm going to. Boop. So boop. Alright. This was a poor plan. I shouldn't have done this yet. I'm screwed. I legitimately don't know if I'll get out of this. Okay, I got out of it. Thank God for Shield Bash. Shield Bash is pretty useless, except in situations exactly like that. The only problem with it there is that your shield has to be at 100% in order to do it, and if you're stuck in a corner like that, you probably already had your shield up. So, if you see yourself getting cornered, hold your shield down until the last possible second, and then do a Shield Bash. That was close. Or if Marlin was leveled up, I could just turn invisible and then walk past everybody. Or you can actually Shield Bash while invisible and it doesn't uncloak you, which is really funny to do. Okay. We've got a battle pod. I remember the name! I remember the name! Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of me. Gold star. Clap, clap, clap. Oh, damn it. Get the damage! Oh, come on. Oh, wow, that was a short damage. Oh, he respawned. So I just have to permanently deal with this stupid Mecha Knight. Okay, I guess I can work with that. No, not you. I'm trying to shoot this Scuttlebot. So I'm just gonna avoid this guy, because there's not really all that much else I can do except for damage this thing and kill it dead. Wow, that is a really short damage cycle. Okay. So I just have to wait for it to open up again. Then we can rain down fiery justice upon our enemy. I'm not sure when it's going to do that. Apparently not this time. Now. Oh, come on, get that good damage. Oh, I accidentally killed the Mecha Knight too. Well, 1 for 2. There we go. Well, I guess it was more like 1 for 1, but not the one that I was intending. Okay, so these barriers down here at the bottom, like the fire barrier especially, that works really, really well with... Have I ever told you guys how much I hate Mecha Knights? Because I hate them! They're the worst. Apparently I'm Batman when I hate stuff. Okay. Seriously, these are some of the worst enemies in the entire game in terms of how freaking difficult they are to fight. Please die. Oh, so close. Okay, one more damage cycle should get him. It's funny, I'm used to being able to just pour damage into these things like this. Silly light, why would you turn off like that? With my regular loadouts and on my main character, it's really fun, honestly, to play through this again, because I haven't played through the game since the new updates. Since most of the I've never played through the missions on the according level, if that makes any sense. So, ooh, hello, gear. So what I mean by that is when they first came out with missions, like the concept of, now there's 2 of them. That's just great. When they first came out with the concept of missions in that sense, where it's like actual levels that are specific to said mission instead of just randomized ones in the clockworks, I was already 5-star. So like these early missions, they were nothing. They were total walk in the park. And, I mean, it still had the damage scaling, but it was nothing in comparison to what I was used to. I'm not really sure what just happened there. I think I pressed the wrong button. I'm just scared of these Mecha Knights, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna try using this, doing damage. This is working relatively well. Got him! That was sweet. That was a good time. We killed them both. Heck yeah! Okay, so I've never actually played through these missions on the level that they were intended to be played through, and playing through them on that level is actually really interesting and really fun, and I'm really glad that I decided to do this, and even more so record it, because why not? Alrighty then, so we're gonna go back to Haven, and I might be able to craft some more stuff, I'm really not sure, and we might get a new recipe. I didn't look at the rewards for this, to be honest, and if we do get a new recipe, I will probably craft that if I have the materials, so double thumbs up. Alright, what do we get? We got a firecracker. Seats your medium good chance of causing moderate fire. You know, normally I would never use that. And this is normally. I'm just never going to use that. Oh wait, what is this? Monstrous Research. Okay, so Monstrous Research, it just wants materials. So that's easy sauce. And then, ooh, we get to read. Wonderful. Okay, and I actually, before I go, yes, heavy hatchet. Oh my gosh. Okay. So when I first started playing this game, I told you guys about how the rescue camp was. There was just one level to grind out. I grinded that one level for like 3 hours so that I could buy this, a hatchet. It wasn't even a heavy hatchet. It was just a hatchet. And then I thought it was the coolest looking thing, and I still think it's one of the cooler looking weapons in the game. And it's only 1 star. I don't know why there's not a 5-star version of this. It would be so cool. Anyway, I like it. So I'm actually gonna go craft a shield real quick because I got a recipe for that, and then I'm going to talk to Kona. Alrighty. So over here we go. And then we can learn this, and then we can look at this. And what do you know? It wants another beast scale, so I get to go blow more money. Yay! Okay. Alrighty, let's see here. That's not how you spell beast. Beast. My computer, my keyboard's been doing this weird thing recently where it just doesn't type sometimes. It's kind of annoying. 200 crowns, whatever, that's way overpriced, but I don't care. I want it now. Boop. Alright. Oh wow, the 10th. Okay, so now we can craft this. And that. Like this. And voila. Ember break shield. Wow. Maximum fire defense. This is pretty good. Alright, so we got that. Now we can talk to Kona. Cora. Not Kona. What am I doing? Too much Twitch. Alrighty.
Hello, Happy Hitslot. I hope you're doing well. Something has come up that will require you to face your greatest challenge yet. I have an order from Spiral HQ that comes from Captain Oslo himself.
I was like 99% sure that he exploded in the ship. Maybe not. I mean, prior to this, I thought he was dead, but maybe not.
You have been selected as one of the knights to actively search for traces of the Alpha Squad.
Alpha Squad? Sounds vaguely familiar.
It should. There's plenty of new recruits that chatter about them constantly. They're like heroes to some knights. The Alpha Squad was an elite squad of knights that Oslo personally selected to first enter the clockworks in an effort to locate the source of the massive energy signal below. Because all systems on the Skylark were offline for several weeks, radio communication was not possible. Instead, they left a series of recon modules throughout their travels, sort of like a breadcrumb trail. Okay. When the technicians finally got the Skylark's communication system online, we could not establish a link with the Alpha Squad, and they have never been heard from since. The channel is completely dead. Deadlines? What has us all scratching our heads? Our comics are built to withstand all manners of extreme conditions, even explosions. Heck, you survived the skylight going down after all. There's nothing I could think of that could kill the link completely.
And where do I come into all this?
We need you to discover what happened to them. You'll start by seeking out the known locations of the recon modules and collecting them for analysis. I will be in charge of locating their general whereabouts and directing you toward them. It's your job to go into the wild and retrieve them. Additionally, I'll provide you with a quick background of each of the 4 members of the Alpha Squad. Squad Leader Lucid, Ichlid? I'm gonna say Ichlid. Ichlid. Squad Guardian Grants, Squad Recon Palmer, and Squad Condition Rulin.
Tell me about Squad Leader Uselid.
Usid wasn't your typical knight. By the time most of his division were telling their squire quest, or getting their squire quest, he had already achieved Vanguard. As a squad leader, he had a series of successful assaults against the Morai during the liberation of Isora.
Backstory!
A brilliant tactician, he was known for getting the job done with half the knights of other squads. It was for this reason that Ozzo selected him to take a small squad into the unknown depths of the Clockworks. After all, if you cut your teeth battling under Morai Typhoon fire, you could probably handle anything, right? But he made the Clockworks prove too much for even his ability. We just don't know.
Tell me about Grant.
Grant was the real veteran of the bunch. A seasoned guardian, Grant specialized in keeping his squad safe, namely by crushing anything that would mean to do them harm. Grant took his guardian's oath very seriously, often putting himself directly in harm's way in order to protect another. The guy was selfless. I imagine that if...
Edit that out.
I imagine that if disaster truly
Edit that out.
I imagine that if disaster truly befell the Alpha Squad, Grant didn't let it end without one heck of a fight.
Tell me about Squad Recon Parma.
Parma was the youngest of the bunch, a very talented recon, but with very little combat experience. She and I went to the academy together. And I can remember the day when the simulator technician said that the program was busted due to Parma's performance. She actually apologized.
I don't know why I turned British.
But still, I'm worried about her. From the reports that I've read, the clocks are unlike anything we've ever encountered. I only hope that as she keeps from... I only hope that as she keeps them informed of what's ahead, that they will watch her back.
Tell me about Rulin.
Rulin was recruited as a tactical... Why can't I read? Edit that out! Frank! Rulin was recruited as the technical genius that Captain Oslo believed would be required for navigating the vast, mechanized world of the Clockworks. His primary responsibilities included everything from disabling locks to repairing armor to wrecking sentient constructs. He was additionally the lead on analyzing the core once the squad reached it. Rulin was very... logical. I think he was very aware of the odds we have of reaching the core and then doing something with it in order to restore the Skylord. I think Rulin knew exactly what kind of mission he was undertaking when they made the first descent into the darkness of the Clockworks.
Where do I start?
Right, down to business. We've located an Alpha Squad recon module in the area of the Clockworks known as the Glowing Wildwoods. Yay!
I'm sorry, that's one of my favorite levels in this game.
However, this particular zone has come to a horrible creature known as the Snarvelax, or lovingly called by everybody in the complete Spiral Knights community, Snarby. Snarvelax has made fast work of squires like yourself, but I know you can handle it, Happy Hitzlot. What you're going to need to prepare. I've issued you a series of missions that will allow you to assemble a loadout fit for taking on this terrible beast and reclaiming that recon module. I'll do my best to recover the recon module and destroy the Snarby. We're counting on you, Happy Hitzlot. End conversation. That was a long conversation. Okay.
I got a dim fire crystal recipe, so I can craft those rare blue quality fire crystals. I'm sorry. Okay, so next up, faith and armor. But that's all I got for this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And that is the end of this video.